What is going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Today I want to talk about the future of the Call of Duty series. So I made a video about this last week. Mainly what I focused on was kind of the overarching design philosophy in the Call of Duty series and what I'm hoping for in the next version of the game and for the games moving forward. Today I'd really like to focus on more, let's say, the finer details, the finer points of the game that really make the game fun. And the first thing I really want to talk about is the time period in which the game comes out. So we're not real sure what the next game is going to look like, what time period it's going to be set in, even the name of it. There's kind of competing viewpoints on what kind of game this is going to be. Is it going to be Modern Warfare? Is it going to be like a brand new series? We don't really know, and I suspect that we'll find out really soon. It's May 1st as I'm making this video, and I suspect that within the next couple of weeks, we'll start seeing some details about what the game actually is. But what I'd like to really see, and maybe it's not going to happen this year, but maybe it happens next year or the year after, is a game set in the 1980s. I think that'd be a really fun setting for a Call of Duty game. It could really kind of utilize all those guns that you used to see in those 1980s action movies with like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sly Stallone, all those guys. Like, that would be a lot of fun to see in a Call of Duty. You know, it'd really change up the weapon set, it'd change up what you could do for score streaks. All of that stuff would feel really fresh, and I feel like the 1980s is kind of this untapped period of time for the Call of Duty series. I think it would be really successful. Also, I would like to see all new weapons, and I'd like to see stuff that we haven't seen yet. I don't want to see the M16 again. I'll be honest, I kind of want to see the AK-47 make a comeback. But what I'd really like to see is just like a brand new set of weapons. I don't want to be using the Vector in Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, and then in the next game as well. I want some brand new, fresh weapons, stuff that you really have to learn about, and I like that aspect of the game. I used to really like videos where guys would talk about the weapons in-game, and then also kind of talk about the origins of those weapons in real life. I used to like that kind of stuff, and I'd like to see some brand new weapons come. I'd also like to see all the snipers basically move down a level to become two body shot kills, right? You can get a one-shot kill with a sniper rifle if you hit in the head, let's say maybe in the neck area, but I'd really like to see the snipers move to a two-shot kill so that it really makes a sniper have to really aim for the head. I don't like seeing sniper rifles that kill with one shot to the toe. You know, that just drives you crazy, and it forces all the other guns to kind of move up to that level to really get those fast time to kills. If the snipers move down a little bit to, you know, a two-shot body kill, one-shot head kill, then I think that we could give all the other weapons a slightly slower time to kill, which would bring out a little more of the skill in Call of Duty. So right now, it's basically the first person to see the enemy is going to win the gunfight. Very few examples of that kind of not happening in this game. What I'd like to see is all the guns to kind of move down to a slower time to kill, give a little bit more of an epic feel to each gunfight. I would really like that. Not so much that you got to empty an entire clip on a guy like you do in Halo. Just like a 4 or 5 bullet kill for every gun, I think would be a lot more fun. The next thing I'd really like to see them change is to bring back the score streak system from Black Ops 2, but modify it so it doesn't really apply to games like Free-for-All or Team Deathmatch. So the problem with the score streak system in Black Ops 2 is it worked great for the objective games like Domination or Capture the Flag, but it didn't work at all for Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All. So I'd like to see them modify it so that they could actually make different score point values depending on the game mode that you're playing. So for instance, let's say you're playing Domination. Let's say a Domination kill is worth 50 points. Like any random kill around the map is worth 50 points. Capturing a Domination point would be worth 100, and scoring a kill while you're capturing the Domination point would also be 100. So this would really reward players who are being aggressive, getting out there, helping their team, capturing Dom points. But guys that are just kind of sitting around camping nowhere near a Dom point would really be racking up their score streaks really slowly. It'd become a really ineffective way to play, and it wouldn't be much fun. So you'd really be encouraging people to get out there and get toward those objectives. However, like I said before, the problem with this system in Black Ops 2 was that it still applied toward the team deathmatch and free-for-all, which made those games less fun because it was really hard to earn the really big kill streaks in that game mode. So I'd like to see them just leave those kills at 100. You know, each kill is worth 100. You gain your score streaks kind of the same way you always have, and you're not really affected by, you know, what things are worth in domination, because you're not playing domination. You're playing TDM or you're playing free-for-all, so you're earning score streaks, which I've always found is one of the most fun parts about the game, is earning those big score streaks, letting them just blow up enemy players. That to me is one of the really fun parts about Call of Duty, and I don't like to lose that based on the game mode I'm playing. I want to be able to earn those score streaks in TDM and in free-for-all, but I also want to encourage people to play aggressively and for the objective in the objective-based game modes. The last point I want to make during this video is going to be about prestiging. So it's been a long time since I've really cared about prestiging in a Call of Duty game. In Call of Duty Ghosts, it almost doesn't make a difference. I just hit prestige because it doesn't really matter. I always have enough of the points to just buy whatever I want for my next character anyway. Black Ops 2, there was really no benefit toward prestiging, and in most of the games, there hasn't been much of a benefit toward doing so. And I'd like to see them bring some new ideas into the prestiging system. Maybe it ages your characters, or maybe it unlocks some new perks that wouldn't be available unless you prestiged. You know, not stuff that's going to be overpowered, but maybe something like, you know, unlimited fall damage. You know, it's not something that everybody's going to run, but it'd be cool if the only way you could get it was prestiging. How about if your guns actually aged? How about if, you know, you have an AK-47 and it starts brand new during the first prestige, but by the second prestige, you start to see some scratches, maybe some battle scars, but by the 10th prestige, the thing is like duct taped together, you know, the sight is on there crooked, like all sorts of like bizarre stuff is happening to these guns. So you almost feel attached to these guns just based on your prestiging levels and how much you've used them. I think a lot of cool stuff could be done with, you know, kind of getting attached to a weapon that you've used a lot. And I think the prestiging system is kind of custom built just to do some of that stuff. Right now, there's really no reason to prestige, so I don't really care about it too much, and I'd like to see that change because I think that all that kind of stuff really adds to the long-term playability of the Call of Duty series. So you've heard my thoughts, now I want to hear your thoughts. So let me know what you'd like to see in the Call of Duty series moving forward down in the comments section. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!